Have you ever walked away from a difficult conversation feeling utterly drained, your emotions tangled, your mind racing, and your heart heavy with regret? Perhaps it was an intense disagreement with a coworker that left you replaying every word in your head. Or maybe it was a heated exchange with a family member where old wounds resurfaced. Or even an unexpected confrontation with a friend that made you question the foundation of your relationship. These moments can feel overwhelming, leaving us emotionally exhausted and often wondering, what went wrong? Was it something I said? Could I have handled it better? But what if these emotionally charged interactions didn't have to spiral out of control? What if there was a way to face these situations with calm, confidence, and clarity? Imagine turning conflict into connection, frustration into understanding, and stress into an opportunity for personal growth. Welcome to the Stoic Guide to Handling Difficult Conversations. Today we're diving deep into the time-tested wisdom of Stoic philosophy, a framework developed over 2,000 years ago, yet profoundly relevant in our modern lives. This philosophy doesn't just teach us to survive challenging moments, it empowers us to approach them with strength and purpose. Whether you're trying to resolve conflict in the workplace, repair a strained relationship, or simply improve your ability to communicate under pressure, this guide will give you actionable tools to transform these situations. By the end, you'll not only feel more equipped to handle difficult conversations, but also begin to see them as opportunities to grow into the best version of yourself. Let's begin. 1. The problem with difficult conversations. Let's begin by addressing the real challenge. Why do difficult conversations leave us so emotionally and mentally drained? Imagine this. A simple conversation about workload with a coworker suddenly spirals into a heated argument. Voices rise, tension thickens, and before you know it, you're caught in a whirlwind of frustration. The aftermath? A pounding headache, a heavy heart, and perhaps even regret over things said or left unsaid. This scenario is all too familiar. Difficult conversations have a way of triggering intense emotions, stress, anxiety, even anger. They can feel like battles where nobody truly wins. Over time, these interactions can erode relationships, chipping away at trust and mutual respect. But here's the surprising truth. The root of the problem isn't always the conversation itself. More often, it's how we approach it. We come in unprepared, reacting instinctively, letting emotions take the driver's seat. If we want to break this cycle, we need a new way of thinking, a paradigm shift. And that's where the wisdom of Stoic philosophy becomes a game changer. Stoicism offers us a timeless blueprint for facing challenges with clarity, control, and compassion. It's not about avoiding difficult conversations, but transforming how we navigate them. 2. Introducing Stoic philosophy for difficult conversations. Now let's explore how Stoic philosophy can revolutionize the way we handle difficult conversations. Stoicism, at its heart, is a philosophy of empowerment. It teaches us to focus on what's within our control and to release the hold of what isn't. And when it comes to conversations, this perspective can be transformative. Let's break it down into 3 guiding principles. Mastering self-control. In the heat of the moment, it's tempting to react, to lash out or defend ourselves instinctively. But Stoicism teaches us to pause. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That pause is where clarity lives. It's where we regain control over our words and actions. Choosing reason over emotion. Emotions can cloud judgment. They can make us say things we don't mean or misinterpret the intentions of others. Stoics encourage us to approach situations with logic, to step back and assess objectively. Imagine this. Instead of firing back in anger, you calmly state your perspective. Instead of fueling the flames, you extinguish them with thoughtful responses. Seeing opportunity in conflict. Here's a shift in perspective. What if every difficult conversation was a hidden opportunity, a chance to practice patience, empathy, and resilience? Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, saw challenges as exercises for the soul. When we embrace this mindset, we stop fearing conflict and start welcoming growth. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotion or avoiding confrontation. It's about rising above chaos to respond with intention and integrity. And when we apply these principles, difficult conversations become less about winning or losing and more about learning and connecting. 3. The power of perspective. One of the greatest challenges in difficult conversations is the tendency to misunderstand, not just the other person's words, but also their intentions. Our emotions can cloud our judgment, making it easy to interpret disagreement as hostility or criticism as an attack. Stoicism invites us to reframe our perspective, creating space for clarity and understanding. Here's how this ancient philosophy helps us see things differently. Disagreement is not a personal attack. When someone challenges your viewpoint, it's not necessarily about you. Their disagreement is often rooted in their own beliefs, experiences, or needs. By separating the issue from your identity, you can respond without defensiveness. Remember, it's possible to disagree without disrespect. Assume positive intent. Instead of jumping to conclusions about someone's motives, consider that they might genuinely mean well, even if their tone or approach feels confrontational. Asking yourself, what if they're trying to help in their own way? Can open the door to constructive dialogue. Find common ground. No matter how polarized a conversation seems, there's almost always a shared goal or value. It might be a mutual desire for progress, a shared responsibility, or simply the wish to be heard. Focusing on these commonalities shifts the dynamic from conflict to collaboration. When you approach conversations with this reframed perspective, misunderstandings become opportunities for connection, and conflicts begin to dissolve. Practical techniques for effective communication. Now that we've explored the mindset Stoicism offers, let's translate those ideas into actionable techniques for navigating difficult conversations with poise and purpose. 1. Active listening. Truly listen to the other person, not just to respond, but to understand. Make it a habit to ask clarifying questions like, "Can you explain that further?" Or, "Can you help me see it from your perspective?" This signals respect and opens the door to meaningful dialogue. 2. Stay calm. Under pressure. When emotions run high, take a moment to pause. A deep breath or a few seconds of silence can work wonders. Silence isn't a sign of weakness. It's a strategic pause to gather your thoughts and avoid saying something you might regret. 3. Use I statements. Blame can escalate tensions quickly. Instead of saying, "You never listened to me," try reframing with, "I feel unheard in this situation." This subtle shift keeps the focus on your feelings rather than accusing the other person, fostering a more open and productive conversation. 4. Reframe challenges as growth opportunities. Stoic thinker Seneca reminds us, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor strengthens the body. Approach disagreements as exercises in patience, empathy, and resilience. Each conversation, no matter how tough, is an opportunity to refine your communication skills and deepen your relationships. 5. Focus on shared goals. In moments of conflict, shift the conversation toward collaboration. Ask questions like, "How can we work together to resolve this?" Or, "What's our shared goal here?" These statements redirect energy away from division and toward problem solving. By combining these techniques with the Stoic mindset, you'll not only diffuse tension, but also foster deeper connections and mutual respect. Difficult conversations will no longer feel like a battle to win, but a bridge to understanding and growth. Section 5. Strengthening your resilience. Resilience is the foundation that allows us to face difficult conversations without being overwhelmed. It's the ability to stay grounded, bounce back from setbacks, and grow stronger with each experience. Building resilience isn't something that happens overnight. It's a process, one that requires intentional effort, and consistent practice. Here's how you can strengthen yours. 1. Reflect and learn from every interaction. After a challenging conversation, take a moment to step back and reflect. Ask yourself, what went well? Did you remain calm or articulate your points clearly? What could have gone better? Were there moments where emotions took over, or where you misunderstood the other person? Reflection helps you identify patterns in your communication style and equips you with insights to improve in the future. For example, if you notice you tend to interrupt when frustrated, you can focus on practicing patience in future interactions. Example: after a disagreement with a coworker about deadlines, you might realize that while you expressed your frustration clearly, you didn't acknowledge their perspective. Next time, you can make a conscious effort to listen actively before responding. 2. Practice self-care to maintain balance. Stoicism emphasizes rationality and composure, but it also recognizes the importance of emotional well-being. Difficult conversations can be draining, so it's essential to recharge. Engage in activities that help you process and release tension. Mindfulness practices. Spend a few minutes meditating or focusing on your breath. This helps center your thoughts and calm lingering anxieties. Gratitude journaling. Write down 3 things you're grateful for after a tough day. Shifting focus to positivity can help you maintain perspective. Physical activity. Exercise, whether it's a walk or a workout, is a powerful tool for managing stress. Example: after a tough conversation with a family member, take time to decompress with a 10-minute meditation session or write about your feelings in a journal. This helps you process the interaction without carrying unresolved tension forward. 3. Prepare for future challenges with intention. Growth isn't just about reacting to the past, it's about proactively preparing for what lies ahead. Use the lessons learned from previous conversations to anticipate potential triggers or obstacles. Think through scenarios and rehearse your responses. This isn't about scripting every word, but about mentally equipping yourself to stay calm under pressure. Example: if you know a meeting with your boss might involve discussing a mistake you made, take time beforehand to prepare. Acknowledge the mistake, express what you've learned, and propose a solution. By approaching the conversation with accountability and confidence, you'll be better equipped to handle it with grace. 4. Reframe tough moments as growth opportunities. Resilience is as much about perspective as it is about action. Every challenging conversation you face is a chance to practice and strengthen your character. Seneca reminds us, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Instead of dreading difficult moments, view them as opportunities to refine your communication skills, deepen your relationships, and become more self-aware. Example: imagine you're navigating a disagreement with a close friend. While the initial conflict feels uncomfortable, resolving it with patience and understanding can ultimately strengthen your bond. You'll walk away not only with a better relationship, but also with increased confidence in handling future challenges. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about embracing it, learning from it, and emerging stronger on the other side. Every conversation, no matter how tough, is an opportunity to grow your character and improve your connections with others. Difficult conversations don't have to feel like battles. With the wisdom of Stoicism, they can become bridges that connect us to others and help us grow into stronger, more empathetic individuals. When we approach challenges with composure, perspective, and resilience, we transform conflict into collaboration and tension into trust. If you found value in this guide, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights inspired by Stoic philosophy. And remember, the next time you face a difficult conversation, stay calm, stay kind, and stay stoic. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.